In a world cluttered with information, where truth is power, Lawin Weekly News stands apart.
We delve deeper, uncover facts, and bring stories to light. From political showdowns and economic triumphs to the pulse of the street and the heart of the community.
We capture the moments that define us, stories that challenge, inspire, and transform.
Tune in live Sundays 8 a.m. Central Standard Time and Sundays 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
These are Lawin headlines for this week. Coffee prices surge in Texas as tariff pressures mount. Houston area schools see mental health boost with TCHATT expansion. Mayor Jones caves to council backlash over proposed policy changes. Over 8,000 illegal gambling platforms removed in CICC operation. Filipino Texans join first ever entrepreneurs bootcamp at PH Consulate. Japanese athlete gives up career to care for comatose brother. Cheska Centeno bags silver in 10-ball at World Games.
Good day, I am Neska, and tonight we bring you the latest stories in the United States of America, especially in the state of Texas. So sit back, relax, and let Lawin Weekly News be your guide to the news that matters most. Coffee prices in Texas are expected to climb following a new 50% tariff on Brazilian coffee imports, announced by President Donald Trump on July 9. The tariff took effect August 1 and is already affecting the state's coffee industry. Brazil, the largest or world's largest coffee producer, supplies a significant portion of green coffee beans to the U.S. With the new tariffs in place, importers and coffee shops across Texas are bracing for higher costs. Many shops are already adjusting prices or seeking alternative suppliers from countries like Colombia or Vietnam. But experts warn that switching sources isn't quick. It may affect flavor profiles and supply chains. In March, ground coffee reached a record of $7.38 per pound. Additional tariffs on Brazilian goods like orange juice have raised concerns about broader food price increases. Analysts warn the $3 cup of coffee could soon hit $4 as businesses pass on costs to consumers. Texas lawmakers have introduced a bill that would restrict the mailing of abortion-inducing medications, allowing private citizens to sue anyone involved in distributing them within the state. Filed by Republican State Representative Tom Oliver's son, the bill echoes the enforcement model used in the Texas Heartbeat Act, empowering individuals to file civil lawsuits rather than relying on state agencies. The proposed legislation is part of a broader push by Republican-led states to tighten abortion laws following the U.S. Supreme Court's 2022 decision overturning Roe v. Wade. Governor Greg Abbott is expected to sign the measure if it reaches his desk. Democratic lawmakers have vowed to oppose the bill, which could inspire similar proposals in other states. Texas is expanding access to mental health care for students in the Houston area through the Texas Child Health Access through Telemedicine or TCHAT program. Launched in 2019, the state-funded initiative connects students with licensed psychiatrists, psychologists, and therapists via telemedicine. The program offers mental health assessments, therapy sessions, and consultations for concerns like anxiety, depression, trauma, and peer issues, all at no cost to families. Kim Gushanas, a licensed psychologist and assistant professor at UTMB, says the goal is to work directly with schools to reach as many students as possible. With parental consent, any student in a participating district can access the service. The program also helps ease pressure on school counselors, many of whom are overwhelmed and lack mental health training. Currently, 155 school districts in Southeast Texas participate, covering over 1 million students. Harris County Judge Lina Hidalgo is urging commissioners to cut their precinct budgets to help address a projected $200 million budget shortfall. At a special budget meeting Thursday, Hidalgo challenged Commissioners Leslie Briones, Adrian Garcia, and Tom Ramsey, who recently voted to censure her, to reduce their collective $90 million precinct budgets. She warned that without action, essential services could face cuts. Commissioner Tom Ramsey pushed back, saying precinct funds support vital services like road maintenance, parks, and community centers, not just administration. Briones and Garcia echoed that sentiment, emphasizing that precinct budgets are separate from the general fund, which covers county-wide services and employee pay. They stressed they are exploring cost-saving options without slashing core services. Among those options, a 6-month hiring freeze and extended vacancy periods for some positions. The budget process remains underway, with more meetings set before a final resolution in September.
In a world filled with fleeting moments, there's beauty waiting to be captured. My name is Christian, and I specialize in immortalizing your most precious memories, from elegant weddings to vibrant events and timeless portraits. I'm here to make every moment unforgettable. Let me tell your story through the lens. Contact me today and let's create magic together.
Journey to self-discovery and mastery. Be bold, why not? Season 6 with MJ Concepcion every Monday 8 p.m. CST. Don't miss out.
Where every conversation is welcome at the table. This is Pink Table Talk with Dr. Carly D. Every Wednesday 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Rice, spice, and everything nice. Welcome to the Philippine food scene with Adobo Queen, Nancy Reyes Lumen of Commissary Kitchen. Every Thursday 8 p.m. CST, Friday 9 a.m. Philippine time.
Hays County Commissioners have postponed a vote to purchase additional automated license plate readers following strong public opposition and ongoing debate and privacy issues. The proposal would have added 4 new cameras to the county's existing 6, but it is now on hold as residents and privacy advocates raise concerns about surveillance and data use. At a recent meeting, community members voiced fears about data collection, long-term storage, and potential misuse of the technology. Hays County Judge Ruben Becerra expressed caution, urging a careful balance between public safety and civil liberties. Despite the concerns, some law enforcement officials support the move. Austin Police Chief Lisa Davis pointed to a recent fatal shooting in North Austin, saying that license plate readers might have helped identify a suspect more quickly. Dallas-based Match Group, the parent company of Match.com, OkCupid, and Tinder, has agreed to a $14 million settlement following the lawsuit from the Federal Trade Commission. The FTC accused a dating platform giant of using fake messages to pressure users into purchasing subscriptions. The agency also cited issues with the company's cancellation process, which it said made it unnecessarily difficult for users to opt out. As part of the settlement, Match Group must overhaul its advertising and billing practices. That includes ensuring all user communications come from verified, real profiles and implementing a clearer, more user-friendly way to cancel subscriptions. The $14 million payout will go toward refunding affected customers. The FTC will oversee the distribution of those funds and monitor Match Group's compliance moving forward. San Antonio Mayor Gina Ortiz Jones has withdrawn her proposed changes to the City Council's Council Consideration Request, or CCR, process following the strong opposition from several council members. The reversal was announced in a memo Thursday evening, just one day after concerns were raised during a city meeting. The CCR process allows council members to formally request policy discussions at future meetings. Mayor Jones had proposed revisions aimed at improving efficiency, including a requirement for members to get city manager approval before submitting requests. Councilman Mark White, who led the opposition, argued that any changes should include public input and require a council vote. He emphasized transparency and procedural fairness. In her memo, Mayor Jones acknowledged the feedback and confirmed that no changes would move forward for now. A Department of Justice employee has been fired and now faces a felony assault charge after allegedly throwing a sandwich at a federal officer in Washington, D.C. Authorities say 37-year-old Sean Charles Dunn approached a group of Customs and Border Protection agents on 14th Street, made a verbal remark, and then threw a wrapped sandwich, hitting one officer in the chest. Dunn reportedly admitted to the act while being processed by police. The Department of Justice confirmed Dunn's termination, saying disrespect toward law enforcement will not be tolerated and that any assault on a federal officer carries serious consequences. Dunn is charged with one count of assaulting, resisting, or impeding a federal officer, a felony that carries a maximum sentence of up to 1 year in prison. He has appeared in court and was released on his own recognizance. The incident remains under investigation.
Join us for a captivating new series where Lawin sits down with the trailblazers of the music and entertainment world. Discover the stories behind the faces and voices that shape our culture and community.
We will bring you exclusive interviews with industry legends and rising stars. Behind the scenes insights and get a peek into the creative processes and personal journeys. Artists and performers and their upcoming shows and events.
Stay tuned for more updates and sneak peeks. Follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel.
A federal judge has blocked Trump administration guidance that sought to limit diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI, programs in educational institutions. U.S. District Judge Stephanie Gallagher ruled that the Department of Education acted unlawfully when it threatened to withhold federal funding from schools that continued such initiatives. The guidance introduced earlier under the Trump administration warned that certain DEI efforts might violate federal civil rights laws, putting schools at risk of losing financial support. In her ruling, the judge said the department overstepped its authority and clarified that schools cannot be penalized financially for implementing DEI programs. The Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center, CICC, has shut down 8,901 illegal online gambling sites in a major operation to fight cybercrime, Deputy Executive Director Renato Aboy Paraiso announced Thursday. The coordinated crackdown targeted unauthorized gambling platforms operating without government approval. The CICC worked closely with local and international law enforcement agencies to identify and dismantle these websites. Paraiso said the shutdown is part of a broader initiative to combat illegal online activities and uphold cybersecurity laws. He highlighted the importance of cooperation between agencies in making the operation a success. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says Ukraine must be directly involved in any negotiations to end the ongoing conflict with Russia. His remarks follow reports of a potential summit between US President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. While the Trump administration has not confirmed any such meeting, Ukrainian officials say they are watching developments closely. Zelensky emphasized that any diplomatic effort must protect Ukraine's borders and independence. He warned against back-channel talks or frameworks that exclude Kyiv. Russia's full-scale invasion in 2022 escalated a war that began with the annexation of Crimea in 2014. Despite repeated international efforts, fighting continues in several regions. Ukraine's allies, including EU members, have echoed Zelensky's position, stressing that Ukraine must be a central party in any peace deal. As of now, there is no official word on a Trump-Putin meeting. Ukraine says it remains open to diplomacy, but only on terms that respect its sovereignty. The Philippine Consulate General in Houston hosted the first Entrepreneurs Boot Camp organized through the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce Texas, or PACCTX, on August 9. Held at the consulate's premises, the event brought together Filipino and other small business owners from across Texas. It featured workshops on business operations and management, offering guidance on how to start, grow, or sustain small businesses. And Consulate General Gunther Salas opened the event by emphasizing the importance of micro, small, and medium enterprises, or MSMEs, in driving economic development. He reaffirmed the consulate's support for initiatives that strengthen ties between the Philippines and Texas. PACCTX State President Eileen Ligot-Dizon had a legal workshop covering essential steps for launching a business in Texas, such as business entity selection, contracts, and compliance with tax and employment laws. Manville City Council member Crystal Sarmiento delivered an inspiring keynote, encouraging entrepreneurs to have a clear vision, build strong networks, and maintain consistent follow-up in their professional relationships. Additional sessions included Business Insurance Essentials by Jordan Draper and Scott Winter of Greenway Insurance, and Business Immigration Guidance from attorney Gary Ilagan of Fong Ilagan LLP. The event also featured a hands-on pitch activity, your idea in 60 seconds, and a panel discussion with Filipino entrepreneurs who shared real-world insights, challenges, and practical strategies for success. Organizers announced plans to hold the Entrepreneurs Boot Camp twice a year to provide continued training and networking for small business owners throughout Texas.
For divorce and family law in Texas, Ligot-Dizon Law Firm PC will guide you every step of the way.
From initial consultation to detailed review of your case and strategic planning.
We'll sit with you during negotiations or mediations, and represent you in court.
Whether it is a family law, estate planning, or immigration, we will be there to guide through the final steps.
So, leave your legal matters behind you and embrace your future.
You can contact Ligot-Dizon Law Firm PC at 346-5454-346 or visit dizonlawfirm.com.
Former WBC strawweight champion Yudai Shigeoka has announced his retirement from professional boxing to focus on caring for his younger brother, Kenjiro Shigeoka, who has been in coma since May. Kenjiro collapsed after a match in Osaka and underwent emergency brain surgery. Since then, he was remained unconscious. Yudai said his decision to step away from boxing is driven by his commitment to be by his brother's side during this difficult time. Yudai's retirement comes amid growing concern within Japan's boxing community following the recent deaths of two fighters. These tragedies have sparked renewed calls for improved athlete safety and medical protocols in the sport. In response, the Japan Boxing Commission and related organizations are reviewing safety measures to better protect boxers. Filipino Q artist Chezka Centeno took home the silver medal in the women's 10-ball event at the 2025 World Games on Friday, after a nail-biting 6-7 loss to China's Yuan. The match saw Centeno bounce back from an early 0-3 deficit to force a deciding break. In the final frame, a crucial scratch during a safety play gave Yuan the chance to clinch the victory and the gold medal for China. Centeno's silver medal adds to her impressive international career and highlights her continued excellence on the world stage. She represented the Philippines at this global multi-sport event, which features top athletes from non-Olympic sports, including Q sports. Yuan's win capped off a strong showing for China, while Centeno's runner-up finish reaffirmed her status as one of the leading players in international billiards. Hulu has released the official trailer for Swiped, its upcoming original series about the creation of the dating app Bumble. The series stars Lily James as Whitney Wolford, the tech entrepreneur who founded Bumble in 2014. Swiped is set to premiere in the US on September 19th this year. The drama traces Wolford's journey in launching a female-first dating platform and her efforts to shift the power dynamics of online dating. It explores her rise in the tech world, the gender challenges she faced in Silicon Valley, and the personal and professional struggles behind building a startup. Joining James in the cast are Dan Stevens and Mayala Herald in key supporting roles. Swipe will stream on Hulu in the US and on Disney Plus in select international markets. It's part of Hulu's 2025 original programming lineup focused on entrepreneurship, innovation, and modern cultural shifts. Longtime couple Shira Diaz and Ieda Guzman are officially married. The pair tied the knot on August 14th in a church ceremony held in Silang, Cavite, marking a new chapter in their 12-year relationship. The intimate event was attended by family, close friends, and colleagues from the entertainment industry, including Diaz's co-host from the morning show Unang Hirit. Leading up to the big day, Diaz shared her excitement on social media, calling it one of the most meaningful moments of her life. On a recent episode of Unang Hirit, Diaz opened up about her joy and anticipation, saying she couldn't wait to start married life with Guzman, whom she has been with since 2013. The couple's enduring relationship has been followed closely by fans over the years. As we brace ourselves for the upcoming weather changes, let's dive into what you can expect day by day. Whether you are planning outdoor activities or just preparing for the week, we've got you covered with the most accurate forecast. Stay tuned with us as we take a closer look at the weather patterns that will impact our region. Remember, here at Lawin Weekly News, we bring you the clearest skies to the stormiest forecasts.
Here is your Lawin Weekly News weather forecast in Houston, Texas. On August 17th, Sunday, the high will reach 100 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Expect mostly sunny and scorching conditions, with isolated afternoon thunderstorms. Be mindful of dehydration and heat stroke risks. On August 18th, Monday, it'll be another sweltering day with a high of 100 degrees Fahrenheit and a low near 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Sunny to partly cloudy skies, with scattered afternoon thunderstorms and continued heat concerns. On August 19th, Tuesday, temperatures ease slightly to a high of 97 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Mostly sunny and very warm, with a chance of an approaching thunderstorm in the afternoon. On August 20th, Wednesday, it's back to blistering heat, highs of 100 degrees Fahrenheit and low of 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Expect mostly cloudy skies and afternoon thunderstorms, with ongoing risk of heat-related illness. On August 21st, Thursday, the high will be 95 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 76 degrees Fahrenheit. Turning cloudy and humid, with a few thunderstorms likely in the afternoon. On August 22, Friday, temperatures dip slightly to a high of 91 degrees Fahrenheit and a low near 76 degrees Fahrenheit. Mostly cloudy and humid, with a chance of 1 or 2 isolated thunderstorms. August 23, Saturday, temperatures ease slightly to a high of 97 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Mostly sunny and very warm, with a chance of an approaching thunderstorm in the afternoon.
So those were the latest stories in Texas this week. I am Nesca Santina from Lawin Media Network. Have a great day.
Lawin Weekly News.
Tune in live Sundays 8 a.m. Central Standard Time and Sundays 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Lawin Weekly News.